Welcome back to Lee Pitts Live here at the Quality Life Center's 2022 Gala. Lee Pitts Live is the media sponsor, and we're so excited to be here. You can hear the applause taking place all around the place. And we're on the red carpet. I would say about 250 people are here. Where is here? Here is the Florida Gulf Coast University in the Cohan building. You've seen me here over the years as I have covered the Quality Life Center Southwest Florida's Gala. Have right here one of our preeminent healthcare providers, the founder and the owner of Premier Mobile. I call her Nadine, but she's got Deanie and all that stuff, Singh and Brown now going on. So give me your full name now that you got married and the happy nuptials. Hey, Andrew.
So it's Deanie Singh Brown.
Okay. All right, so let's go. What do you do? Plug your business.
So as you mentioned, I'm the CEO and founder of Premier Mobile Health Services. It's a 501c not-for-profit organization here in Florida, making healthcare accessible for all.
And she's a Lee Pitts Live Person of the Year recipient in the past. Congratulations on having been selected a Lee Pitts Live Person of the Year.
Thank you. And what was so interesting tonight, I saw Dr. Larry Antonucci, and he remembered that I won with him the year, so that was quite impressive.
You and him shook hands, had a little small talk?
We did.
Okay, because I know he's in there along with Jim Nathan and the whole crew.
Yes.
And you're just hobnobbing with the big timers now. Tell people describe that bus. I think you got a new bus now. I saw you washing it, and just what it has meant to the community, that healthcare bus. You got a couple of them by now, right?
And we have big things on its way coming. I'm going to be quiet about that, but there's interesting things happening in the life of Premier Mobile Health Services. But
you're not going to break any news on my show? Let me know. Like I can't get the news first. Lee Pitts,
you always get the news first, just behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So
every time it's something new, something big coming. It never stops. It's that ball started rolling years ago. It just has not stopped.
But you know what, Lee Pitts? I'm going to take this chair and this opportunity to tell you. I know I've told you thank you countless amount of times, but the day that I met you was the day that things started rolling. I've knocked on many doors, but when I was introduced to you, the introduction to you was what opened many doors and landed me with several keys on my lap. And since then, Premier Mobile has just been propelling and evolving in ways that it's even for me, I can't even imagine that we have been blown out of proportion the way we have. And I just want to applaud you and thank you for being the behind the scenes pusher behind Premier Mobile and helping us making that difference in the community.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this on the record for history's sake, because Premier Mobile is on the rise. It's one of the great healthcare providers in the community, does it in a unique way. Going to meet the people where there are many of the disenfranchised people in our communities. And the spirit of Premier Mobile is this lady right here. She has a heart for the people, and she has figured out how to go out and save people's lives, giving them screenings, medications, prescriptions, just going where they are in all the rural areas and all the underserved communities with her bus. And when I first met her, she was just trying to do some good, and we talked on the phone, and I did do my part in making some phone calls and connecting her and to some people, but she took it from there. I don't want a whole lot of praise on that, but she know I told her a long time ago that I didn't want to be on the spotlight on this, but I think this is a good time for me to go ahead and let everybody know that what she's talking about is actually true, and we've been friends ever since. And I just sit back and watch her grow and whisper in her ear and just like, go get them. You know, one of the things about you though, because I'm very reluctant to, advise people. And one of the reasons I don't do that is because I get a lot of people calling me for different things, and I don't see them follow up. I'll say, hey, call this number, tell them I told you to call, or I'll make a phone call, I'll text somebody, and like I text Diane Spears, And she told a story like, hey, Lee, I did not want to go out there to that bus. You heard her say that.
All the time.
She said, Lee, but it was you. I did not know when I talked to her. I said, Diane, you need to go out here to see this bus. I don't know what, but when you see it, you'll know what. And she got up and from her high power position at the hospital, and she came out and the magic started. Isn't that
And the
something?
magic started. That's where it all started.
Isn't that something? And boy, now.
Premier Mobile. I know.
And you got a walk-in clinic.
We have the brick and mortar, and 2 mobile, and
Some other stuff coming.
and other stuff coming.
Always
It keeps coming.
But you remember when we were talking on the phone and you were all stressed out, somebody cut your cart, your bus tire.
It was the initial stages of Premier Mobile when we just launched, and it was World's AIDS Day. It was December 1st. I was to meet you and Amy Pinter at the Clemente Park. It was my first debut out in the community. When I went on location, my bus tire was sliced. My bus was vandalized. It was Saturday. It's a 40-foot mobile clinic, weighs over 40 ton, and I did not know what to do. I called you crying, tears screaming down my face because I knew I'd promised you that I'd be there at 2 o'clock. And here it is, 10 a.m. in the morning, and I had no clue what to do with this massive bus. And I had just met you, so you didn't know who I am and know how crazy I was. But I remember you saying, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It maybe some other time, dry your tears and figure it out. And I know at 2 o'clock when you saw that bus pulling into Clemente Park, you realized the kind of person you were dealing with at that point.
And the beauty was, then we were able to get you a safe place to keep the bus.
Yes,
remember?
my Herman.
And every time I pass through the neighborhood and I see your bus behind that fence, I just remember those days. I'm like, boom. And the vandalism to your bus at the time was like you felt like it was the worst thing that could be. But you know what? It was a blessing in disguise, because what it did was made me and you start putting our brains together. And then I started thinking about, okay, Mount Herman Ministries. Okay, and I knew the people. I knew Diane. So once I get with you with Diane, and then you, Pastor Glover, First Lady.
Pastor Glover and First Lady, they have been. Do you know that they don't take not even one dime from me for parking that bus on that location?
And that's something.
Not even a dime. They've never asked for not even a penny.
Beautiful.
Beautiful people.
And nobody touches your bus.
No one touched my bus.
See? Everything happened for a reason. That tragedy was, I always look at things, a chain reaction. That minor setback resulted into all these things now, all of these people you're going to meet with, all of these people are opening doors, and then all these other natural disasters and tragedies and health issues. What you do was perfectly designed for what was going to come 5 years down the road.
Let's talk about the natural disaster. Let's talk about Hurricane Ian and how it has devastated our community. And I don't know anything about disaster response, but it's phenomenal how the community and the non-governmental organization has rallied around Premier Mobile. And immediately after the storm hit, we were able to go through several communities providing aid, relief, a tetanus shot, hot meals. We serve Harlem Heights, we serve Suncoast Village, North Fort Myers, down on the shrimp boat village where all the fishermen lost their boats, down Fort Myers Beach. We were all over after the storm hit. We served over 4,000 families, providing meals, necessities, and now when you go to our website, it says Premier Mobile Disaster Response. We did so well responding to the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. I just want to tell thank you to the 125 volunteers that joined Premier Mobile after the storm hit. Our staff has grown, and to Direct Relief, AmeriCare's Project Hope, and so many local foundation, CAPS Foundation, Swinging with Purpose, now so many people said who didn't know who or what Premier Mobile were says, what? You do what? With how many? And we're here to tell you that Premier Mobile is here to stay and we're not going
You're
anywhere.
a household word. You're a household word now. You're becoming like a big brand. And I know you told me your vision a long time ago, and all of that's going to happen. You're going to be nationwide to take over the state of Florida.
The mobile clinic is what's doing it for healthcare, because the vulnerable, there's the population that does not have access. They lack access, whether they're documented or undocumented. At this point, it doesn't matter. The fact is they need health care, and they need someone that cares. And that's what Premier Mobile is making happen. Premier Mobile is making health care accessible for all.
Beautiful. If people want to get more information, want to make, you mentioned you were a nonprofit too, so they can make donations or they can partner with you in different ways. Just go to that website.
PremierMobileHealth.org.
Okay. Let's put some Quality Life Center gala in the discussion. The Quality Life Center sits in the heart of the African American community, according to M.L. King and Quality Life Center Way, under the leadership of Abdul Haq Muhammad, impacting youths and families. What's been your assessment and what you know about them and what they mean to the community?
So, about my son Josh is 17 years old, and when he was about 6 or 7 years old, one summer I had no idea what I was going to do with him that summer, and I had a friend. Her name was Charmaine Williams. Keisha, who was one of the teachers at Quality of Life Center, had a nephew who was my friend, grandson at the time, was attending, and she said, send him to Quality of Life Center. And that's where I sent my son that summer, and he still remembers it today as one of his best summer experience.
Wow, great. You may not know this, but I'm a former board member for Quality Life Center. My story with Quality Life Center is very similar to my story with you. It's a long story with first meeting Muhammad when he was trying to get up and going. Before there was even a building, before I was a part when they first came up with the name Quality Life Center back in the 90s. And so I have a close relationship to the organization. I served on the board for about 10 years, and then my schedule just got too busy. But I've seen it come, and the
Full
impact
circle.
that it's had on children has just been tremendous.
Yeah.
And do you do screenings, health stuff for children?
We do. I go to Dunbar High School and do
kids
their
get ready to go back to school, they have to get a health.
the school physical. We do the school physical.
Okay, that's
And
pretty-
so tonight they talk about time, talent, and treasure. And that's one of my offers I'm going to be giving to Quality of Life Center, my talent. And that is the families of the Quality of Life Center will be able to get the free school physical from Premier Mobile. I haven't offered that to Mr. Mohammed, but that is coming his way from Premier Mobile. So breaking news on Lee
you
Pitts
keep on
Live.
trying to give stuff back. You even giving stuff back to me. She was one of the sponsors at the recent Lee Pitts Live after work. Lee, I just want to be a sponsor. I know where it was coming from, but that was pretty cool.
You know what, Lee? The people with their hands closed don't get anything. You have to be a giver. I've been blessed. I've been truly blessed. I come from nothing. I come to this country with nothing. And this country has blessed me so much abundantly. I'm not rich by any means, but I am blessed. And so by my blessing, I want to bless every life I touch or everybody else that I can bless and give something. And it may not be in monetary donation, but I have a talent that God has blessed me with that I can bless others, and then they could pay forward from my blessings.
And you're an advanced registered nurse. And if I'm not mistaken, you're working on your doctorate?
Well, I should graduate come January 9th of this year, but because of Ian, I had to put a pause on that. But I have 2 semesters to finish.
She just won't stop.
Yes.
She's going to be doctor soon. Just won't stop. Well, keep me posted on that breaking news. I know it's coming.
Yes, it is coming. It's big news, and I can't wait to share it. But sometimes when you do things, too early, it does not materialize. So
That's right.
I'm trying to keep it a secret as long as I can until I have it in my hand for sure.
Hey, that's my style. You know, people look up and like, whoa, when did Lee work on all of this? You see the post, like all this stuff happen.
Yes.
It's always in the background. Then when it's real, I just like
Let it out.
And then I keep it moving. Keep it moving on to the next thing. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Lee, it's always a pleasure talking to you. You know, you are my little gem. You are my knight in shining armor. You know, I have my Drew, but you have opened many doors for me. And for that, I am truly blessed, truly grateful, and always and forever will appreciate you for all you have done for me.
I receive that with humility.
Thank you.
And I'm here for you. Keep up the good work. Remember, Miami may have the oranges, but the Quality Life Center has got the
juices.
We'll be right back. I'm still out here now. I'm going to end up doing some more interviews.